see what happens.
The NATO Secretary General is traveling to Washington to meet with Trump. Vice President J.D. Vance joined Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner in Israel to show support for the Gaza peace plan. Hamas turned over the bodies of 2 more hostages today, but they still hold more than a dozen. And former presidential envoy Roger Carsten says that's a real problem for Israel.
If all hostages don't come back, the country's in a way not going to be able to move on, and we're not going to be able to get to phase 2. And I would say that there's probably going to be a chance to get more back in the coming days, especially with a surge in diplomacy. And there probably are some bodies that are going to have to be, in a way, found using penetrating ground radar, a lot of digging and investigative methods.
With the government shutdown in its 21st day, some states are warning their residents that programs like SNAP are being impacted. CBS's Mary Cunningham says 1 in 10 Americans use food stamps.
States could potentially shore up their own funding, but it's unclear if they would actually get reimbursed. So some states, might not want to make that decision. The other option is the USDA actually has contingency funds and didn't disclose to CBS News how much money they have, but during the previous administration, it was up to $6 billion. So one option would be for them to tap into those, although they haven't said that they're going to take that measure.
A major corporation may be cutting the number of foreign workers it hires, as Jason Brooks reports.
Following the Trump administration's move requiring $100,000 fees for new H-1B visa applications, Bloomberg reports that Walmart is pausing offers to candidates requiring the visas. According to the report, Walmart's pause on H-1B applications mainly affects the retailer's corporate operations. Walmart employs around 2,400 H-1B visa holders, more than any other retailer, according to government data.
The Trump administration has agreed to deliver more student loan forgiveness, as Michael Wallace reports.
Months after the American Federation of Teachers sued the Department of Education, claiming it illegally blocked or delayed certain loan forgiveness plans, the two sides have reached an agreement. The administration will forgive student loans for borrowers enrolled in one of 2 income-driven repayment plans: pay-as-you-earn plans and income-contingent plans. More than 2.5 million borrowers will qualify for the forgiveness. President Trump's Big Beautiful Bill Act will phase out those 2 repayment plans in 2028.
On Wall Street today, stocks finished mixed. The Nasdaq was off. The Dow Jones Industrials were up by 218 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Coming up, the latest effort to lower the state's blood alcohol limit for drivers. That's after Nate Connors at the real-time traffic desk.
Hey, thanks, Aaron. The Emerald Queen Casino's got the update. South Tacoma drivers, no, you're not hallucinating. That is a military howitzer on the side of the freeway, North 5 and South 48th. Drivers are slowing down. Check it out. I don't blame you. And that's got you backed up to 84th. Olympia to Tacoma is a 35-minute commute. I don't know the story behind this. Renton to Puyallup on the Valley freeways at 40 minutes. Heavy volumes between Algona and Sumner. Seattle to Federal Ways at 35 minutes. You're quickly filling in between MLK Junior Way and 516. South 5 heading into Seattle. We've got a hefty backup from Ravenna Boulevard down to I-90. Linwood to Seattle is inched up to 25 minutes. Bellevue to Renton, 35 minutes already. You've got a solid backup from South Bellevue all the way to the Renton Landing. Real thick from Southeast 8th through Factoria. Bellevue to Everett and Seattle to Everett are both at 45 minutes. The Emerald Queen Casino is the entertainment capital of the Northwest, the best place to watch all your favorite sports, featuring wall-to-wall viewing screens, kiosks, and more. Be there at emeraldqueen.com. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo. The Washington State Patrol Chief wants the states to lower the blood alcohol limit for drivers, down from 0.08 to 0.05. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch has more.
It is estimated the change could save more than 1,700 lives each year and lower fatality crashes by more than 11%. Currently, Utah is the only state with a 0.05 limit. Chief Batiste says it's time for Washington and the rest of the country to follow Utah's lead.
We're one of the only industrialized nations in the world who really doesn't operate at an 05 level.
According to the Washington Traffic Safety Commission, more than half of all fatal crashes in Washington involve driver impairment by drugs and or alcohol. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
The man known as the Spokane South Hill rapist is no longer living in Auburn. Mayor Nancy Backus says Kevin Coe was removed after public outrage and without prior notice from the state. Coe, now 78, largely confined to a wheelchair, has relocated to Federal Way, about a block away from an elementary school. Federal Way's mayor says he is confident Coe poses no significant public safety risk. A nude beach at Denny Blaine Park can stay open to the public, at least for now. KIRO 7 TV's Dee Dee Sun explains.
A King County Superior Court judge ruled the city of Seattle's efforts to improve the nude beach are good enough to keep the park open. A group of neighbors filed a lawsuit against the city claiming drug use and sex acts have made Denny Blaine Park a public nuisance. So the city put together a plan in August, including a screened fence to block nudity from view. On Friday, a judge ruled these efforts are reasonable to keep that park open until trial.
Pacific Northwest is about to get very wet over the next 10 days.
There's going to be plenty of rain here. There'll be some breaks, but atmospheric rivers now are moving in again.
That is meteorologist Cliff Mass. He tells the Jason Rand Show on Seattle Red, British Columbia will get the worst of it, but Western Washington, we can expect rain through the end of next week. Your current forecast brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Today looks good, mostly sunny and highs in the upper 50s and low 60s. But then tomorrow, that's when it changes. The showers will start to arrive by tomorrow night. Right now, 57 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Riders? Okay. Aaron? True boy, huh? All right, never mind. We're all right after that. All right, don't go anywhere. I gotta hurry up and get this other stuff. We gotta tease the rest of the stuff. The news. This piece of paper with the staple and it says it's news. It's news. Missed the button. I was so excited.
No, honey.
Aaron stops by. Thoughts on the Mariners? Let me name drop here for a moment.
Oh boy.
As you know, I am friends. I go as far as saying good friends with Coach K, winningest coach in college basketball history. He shares with me 1, 2, 3, 4, about 20 words of wisdom on the Mariners' loss. Day in history real quick. 1962, this song was banned by the BBC, and they wouldn't let it be played until 1974. It was also made fun of Family Guy. Remember, did you get the Family Guy cutter? Yeah, okay, fine. And there's also, Congress started looking into, are you now or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party in Hollywood, 1947. But more importantly, Bill Kirk from Washington Gun Law stops by because there's this, Supreme Court's wrestling with this idea, if you smoke pot, if you are a regular pot smoker, should you also have a gun? Uh-oh. I got a lot of bongs to turn in. More on the No Kings. I got into it wasn't an argument, or I was just trying to educate. It was a little bit of Professor honk-de-honk with this woman in Cle Elum when it came to Trump and the convictions of 34. He was convicted 34 times. And I asked her, where'd that come from? You were 34? And just we'll have a fun little demonstration of that because we've got some art created by AI to help with all that. Plus, also, what else do you like, Joe? Oh, if you're going to be doing any surfing, look out because this otter will bite a hole in you. And then there's a whole bunch of other stuff as well. Right? Because I don't want to keep Aaron here because he looks like he's in pain.
Well, he's got a lot to do. He's working.
The Mariners fought and clawed their way to the greatest year in the history of the franchise. Unfortunately, it comes to an end. But Aaron and Gary, I can't wait to next spring because this ball club with some tweaks.
He's talking to you there, Aaron?
No,
Did you hear that?
Another Aaron.
No,
G,
you.
Aaron and Gary, I can't wait to next spring because this ball club with some tweaks here and there, they have a chance to really get to the World Series next year. And I would just want to thank all the fans who tuned in, all the fans who supported this ball club. We love you. We can't wait to see you next spring down in Peoria, Arizona.
Now, there's no doubt a difficult one tonight as they have the trophy presentation going on out by second base here inside Rogers Center.
Trophy presentation. Aaron, a couple of questions to you. First of all, this is from Rye to you, Aaron. Should they re-sign Josh Naylor?
100% yes.
One.
Yes.
What does he think will be better or worse next year? Also, who does he think is going to win the World Series?
Who do I think is going to be better or worse next year?
Will be better or worse next year?
What will be in terms
will
of?
We be better?
Will we be better?
The team better or worse next year?
I don't make predictions.
I know you don't. But I mean, if somebody had to because their son.
No. I get it.
He's in the hospital.
Will we be better? Yes, I do. Yes.
Because if you look, I asked Rye about that, about teams that build. He said, look at the Detroit Lions or Detroit Tigers. He said that team, those guys have been around together for I think 7 or 8 years. And they sucked. And he just stuck with them, bang, 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 and they go all the way up. He says, you look at the team that is able to build a team, there's something to be said about that.
Yes. Yeah, we're in a good stage of the rebuild. We're not even rebuilding anymore. We're in the window is open phase with this franchise. And by the way, who I think is going to win the World Series? I think it's probably going to be the Dodgers. But and I think it would probably have been the Dodgers even if the Mariners had gotten there. Good
so
luck,
let's
Joe.
just play this game. Would we have been better off ending like this, right? Taking it all the way up to games.
No.
Would you let me finish? Take it all the way up to Game 7, right? I mean, not exactly the best ending, but take it all the way to Game 7 after really exciting other games leading up to it, right? Going into extra innings, then going up against the Dodgers and just getting our clocks cleaned. Even though we don't have dirty clocks.
How tired is every Mariner fan?
I know.
Hearing that we're the only franchise that has never made it to the World Series. I'm sick of that title, man. One more win would have been enough for this season. One win shy, and it was the nature of this loss. I mean, just the stunning turn of events. I admit I actually went into the 7th inning feeling scared, feeling ill, feeling like 2 runs is probably not going to be enough.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to happen like that. I hoped it wasn't going to happen at all. Man, when it did happen, right at the crack of the bat from George Springer, I couldn't even watch it. Saw the crack of the bat. I turned around and man, that was gut-wrenching in the moment.
Who was in the room with you at the time? Do you remember?
Wife and kids. Yeah, I threw my hat to the side and did a quick lap and came back to my 7-year-old holding the hat for me, giving it back to me. Thank you, honey. Appreciate that.
Did the kids understand? I mean, are they able to grasp any of this? Why is Dad all upset?
Yeah, they're starting to understand. The 7-year-old is starting to get it because I will say in the beginning of the game, she's not really into it.
No.
And my 3-year-old has no idea what's going on.
Okay.
So my 7-year-old was kind of being a bummer. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, no.
Sophia was, do we have to watch the game? I was like, you're gonna do that right now, huh? And she was just in a mood. She was tired and cranky, and it was like, ugh. And I had told her nicely.
That's where Mom steps in.
No, my mom said the same thing.
Okay.
She said, Dad really cares about this game.
Yeah.
And I said, honey, if you don't want to watch it, that's fine. Don't say those things and go to your room if you don't want to be here watching the game.
Right.
I can't handle that kind of negative energy right now. After the game ended, she actually wrote me a note. I know, saying very empathetic little one I have, saying, I regret saying those things that I said, and I'm sorry that the Mariners lost, and good luck next season, sort of thing.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So that helps. That helps soften the blow a little bit.
She should have written a note to
having gone is further than any other team in franchise history.
Julio in the shower there?
What it sounds like, yeah. That was Julio. Yeah.
Legacy is.
So Julio should have probably maybe not swung at that pitch.
Probably not.
What was the thinking behind that? I mean, just give us the baseball analysis. There's a really crappy pitch way outside, almost in the dirt, and I'm going to swing at it.
You try to do too much in that moment.
There was no way that was going to be a strike, right? absolutely no way. It was full count, 2 on, 2 outs.
There was nobody on.
Was there nobody on at that point?
No, the closer struck out the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You're tight in that moment, and you see that ball come out of the pitcher's hand, and you want to do something. And that is the Julio that we saw in the first half of the season.
Ooh.
He had made strides throughout the second half. He was one of the best top 3, 4, 5 players in the second half of the season.
There you go. And first, second half of the season, that's what you're looking for.
He's 24.
24 years old. Count him up. Just 24. 2 12s in a row.
You have to believe that he will learn from that.
The learning is going to be coming his way.
And that's also one of the things that really stings is you had Cal Raleigh in the on-deck circle. You would just have loved to just seen him just a chance. The biggest power threat in baseball, just a chance.
Give him a chance.
Yeah, with a tying run on base potentially.
Potentially.
Yeah. That's how it goes, though, man. That's how it goes.
You want to hear what Cal Raleigh said? Here we go.
Clearly, this is a very emotional time for you and everyone else. Just what's going through your mind right now?
I hate questions like that.
He was crying, too.
Oh, my God.
Teary-eyed.
Listen, going into the locker room, just going in the locker room in general, weird enough. But then going in there and having to get those, right now, what are you feeling? Or what are you,
just, thinking about what we could have done better,
Like, what is he going to say? Right? What is he going to say?
You look back a lot of points in the game and, where you could have taken advantage of or even the series. And, so just disappointed. Yeah.
Yep. That's what stings the most is that you were that close. You were going into the bottom of the 7th inning with a lead. You were that close. 9 outs, and then ultimately 8 outs away with a 2-run lead. Wasn't enough. And I think also what's frustrating for me is we didn't have any missing pieces. Like, that team was good enough. The Mariners are good enough to go to the World Series. They took the Blue Jays to the brink.
Oh, the brink?